And we're here. Welcome to ProBots Day 6, everybody. We are so close to the finish line here on Season 3 of 2021. We have 8 bots remaining, 2 of which will be eliminated tonight. So make sure you get comfortable, get your friends in here, tell everybody that ProBots is happening. And our grand finals will be on the 25th, I believe. We'll verify that. No, 18th. No, it is on the 18th. We'll talk more about that very soon, but thank you all. Thank you. Big shout out to our Crown Club and to all the bot authors this season. We have had some phenomenal games, and I'm very excited for tonight's game. So without further ado, let's go ahead and kick things off here on Day 6 of ProBots. Let's go. Welcome, everybody, to ProBots here on ESChamp. Yeah, our finals is not, in fact, on Christmas Day. It will be on the 18th. I got my weeks a little shifted there. Yeah, so make sure you join us.
Really easy day to get confused.
Yeah,
nothing else is happening.
I know, yeah. It's
like, that date sounds familiar to me.
Once every decade or something.
Yeah.
But check out our forum. That is where you're going to stay up to date with everything going on here at ESChamp. And big shout out to our Crown Club as well. We have a special shout out to one of our Crown Club members who, for whatever reason, our thing was just not working properly, and you have never gotten a shout out, and you should have. So, Player P Brief, you are awesome. And I don't know if that was actually supposed to coincide with if they had like a graphic for it or not, but Thomas Lucero, hopefully I said that correctly. You're the best. Thank you for being a longtime supporter of ESChamp, even though we have never acknowledged you. And if we haven't acknowledged you,
when all those blank screens came up all the time, was it supposed to be him?
Oh, maybe. Oh, he's the blank screen. The blank. Goodness gracious. This whole time, the mystery is resolved. All right. Well, that's fun. Well, shout out to our whole Crown Club as well. You can get awesome behind-the-scenes content, extra content as well. Our post-bot show, we will be doing one tomorrow. We're occasionally joined by bot authors and the like, and Endersword occasionally. It's a lot of fun. Occasionally. Direct occasionally these days. Yeah. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, so hopefully you can come join us. But let's go ahead and talk about tonight's games. We have a lot of fun stuff going on. Thank you for joining us here on YouTube. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Get us a little visibility. We were just talking about the functionality of like trying to find live streams and stuff, though, and you weren't able to do it very successfully, were you?
No. I was like looking for a specific person and still couldn't find them. Like when I tried to search for live stream, found their videos and did not tell me that they were live right now, even though they weren't. So I don't know what's up.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's check at the bracket. That's what's up. Yeah. We have bots going up. We're going to actually start tonight in the lower bracket, Endersword. We're just starting with the carnage, starting with the elimination.
But this is the upper part. So this will be later.
This is later.
But we'll talk about it anyway since it's here. We got Eris versus negative.
Nope, I knew they were going to do that.
Gone away. Gone away. And DominionDog versus Ketroc. Down here, we have VeTerran versus Zoe and MicroMachine versus Dovahkiin. Mm-hmm. And based on the poll that they put up, I'm guessing that we're starting with MicroMachine Dovahkiin.
Are we going like full on backwards today?
I guess we're going full on backwards.
Just total ass backwards right now. Yeah. And just Dovahkiin versus MicroMachine is how we're going to start. All right, I like it. So we're going to have eliminations. One of these two bots will be gone. The other will move on and await their opponent who is up in that upper bracket. I forget exactly who comes down. It will be either DominionDog or Ketroc coming down to face either MicroMachine or Dovahkiin. And then VeTerran versus Zoe. Whoever wins that will go up against either Eris or negativeZero. And that will all be next week's games. So, yeah. Just 4 awesome games tonight. Unfortunately, 2 bots will get scrapped. Who do you think is going to be? Who's going to move on?
I think MicroMachine moves on from this one. Mm-hmm. And I'm guessing that Zoe moves on in the Zoe VeTerran matchup.
Now, I have not. I should have done my research. I don't know if all the bots have been updated. I'm assuming MicroMachine has not received any. Maybe a couple little, tweaks here or there, little error tweaks. No, it doesn't look like anything new for MicroMachine. But Dovahkiin is our Zerg player, in his first season. The Dragonborn doing quite well in this season so far, and he's got a lot of really good stuff, a lot of really strong attacks. I think a lot of really strong play. Do you think it's going to be able to go? Even give MicroMachine a run for his money, or is MicroMachine just going to run over him?
I think MicroMachine will do well, but I think Dovahkiin has a couple maybe unorthodox things that it could do. So I don't know. But I think Dovahkiin's done some worker rushing, right?
Yeah.
Am I thinking of the right thing? Yeah. So I think MicroMachine's usually fairly prepared for some early stuff.
Yeah.
So I gotta think that he'll be fine.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be an uphill battle. MicroMachine did get one update, fixed more flaws of the main base wall. So MicroMachine is now even more robust to deal with those worker rushes. Oh, and I do believe we are ready for our first series. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Thank you all again for tuning in to ESChamp's ProBots here on day 6 of season 3. And we're going to kick things off with Dovahkiin versus MicroMachine, a ZVT, to see who will move on and who will get eliminated. Let's go. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's not like a full on.
Yeah, that's not everybody.
This is just a little halvesies drone rush here. On 2,000 atmospheres will be the map, and the drones will get in. MicroMachine, what is he doing actually? All the workers are not mining.
It's not really responding. I wonder if there's some sort of minimum number it treats as this like a.
Oh, I see what he's doing. He's pocketed because he thinks that the drones are just going to go and try to kill him. Oh, no, and he's sending one SCV at a time.
Yeah, we've seen something like this before. It was less, but somebody had sent 4 workers because they knew it wouldn't trigger the full-on worker rush defense, but it did trigger like a reaction. And I think that maybe is exactly what's happening here. That there's a reaction, but it's not enough to fully. This seems like a pretty hardcore snipe. Then,
if he can technically, he's still mining. He's still dropping resources off at his main base. So if he can somehow get this barracks finished, he will get a marine out. And I think he can stabilize it. We've seen MicroMachine stabilize from some of the worst scenarios ever. It just depends how many workers he loses.
It's going to be interesting, but I like what Dovahkiin is doing behind, which is getting a base.
Barracks.
So this isn't necessarily meant to win. It is meant to delay and be really annoying and stuff. And then if he gets like a 2-base economy behind this, then this could be pretty big.
Get it! Oh, he's so close. Okay, one more SCV is all we need.
One more.
The drones are really playing smart. Now they're body blocking the SCV from even getting there.
Okay, that's a good round. I'll finish up, but it's burning.
Okay, it's on fire. He's got time to get a marine out. It's fine.
He does.
He's not sacrificing workers anymore.
A marine doesn't beat 5 of them though. He's also not mining that well though.
Well, where's the marine going to pop out? Do we have a rally, or is he just going to pop out on the left there? If he pops out on the right. Oh, he's not even going to finish.
Is it really going to make it? Yeah, I don't.
Oh my God, he's not going to finish.
Yeah. No.
The Reaper's not. Oh, it is a Reaper, not a Marine.
The Reaper's better, but
it's not going to make it.
Not going to finish.
Oh my God, it's so close.
That's awesome.
And that will do it. MicroMachine loads up in the command. I mean, that's the safest point once you're
ready to repair the depot.
Yeah. But, all right. Well, game 1, we'll go to our cheeky Zerg rush here.
See,
Here we all saying MicroMachine can hold drones.
Yeah. I miss some of this stuff where this is an AI snipe. Like this is a technical snipe that someone had to like look at the code basically and decide what the bot was going to do.
A little dirty, if that's the case. Yeah. A little dirty.
Well, I like it.
Yeah, it works. It's not against the rules.
Whether it's looking
not saying it's bad,
testing against it or something, but yeah, it's a very very technical way to do it.
Around the level of cannon rushing, I'd say.
Yeah, more precise. It's like it was three-way lever that did like
faster.
This is nice.
Three-way lever that what?
Three-way lever did that thing once with a cannon rush, where instead of just rushing, he figured out like if he puts cannons in a certain place on the map, it just bugs out the other bot.
Yeah.
Like that sort of thing is what this is. Like this was just bugging it out basically, causing it to react and then
send it. It knew it'd send the one at a time or whatever. Well, and that's it. It said it did give the little message: "Don't trust strangers" or "Don't trust IDs from strangers." So
yeah, true.
That's what happened.
True.
All right. Well, we'll see if MicroMachine can pull it together here in game 2, or if we're going to see a nasty repeat. Now, how dependent was this? Didn't really feel like a map dependent thing at all.
It's not.
It was right at the top of the ramp. It was
not overly, but it could be a tiny bit just based on the angle that the SCV comes in. So the SCV, like again, if he had not had the SCVs caught in a certain way, and that finishes like a few seconds earlier than the Reaper does come out and whatever, and maybe doesn't even get into burning, because he was very close to not even getting into the burning status. So it could easily go another way if there's like a second or two difference, or the angle's slightly different or whatever. But sure. I hope he does the same thing now, because I want to see
if he can hold it.
Yeah, if he can hold it, what the difference is. Because if he gets the Reaper out, the Reaper probably can take care of the drones, obviously. Whether they do or not is another thing. Whether it decides to stay and fight them, or just bolts across the map, because it's not guaranteed that he'll stay and fight.
Yeah.
So that's going to be one thing. But then two, he's so far behind that will he then be able to claw back from that point?
Yeah.
Because
let's find out.
Getting another base. Yeah. So let's see.
We'll see here in game 2 of this best of 3 if MicroMachine can turn it around or if Dovahkiin will move on. Let's go.
RAF RR and Unusuals.
MicroMachine.
So here right away, the ramp is a little farther away.
Oh yeah, that.
Yata hunts.
Dovahkiin. VR, Skyrim VR is actually pretty good, by the way. I need to get a better headset. It's a little blurry, but just because I have a really old headset. All right, well, MicroMachine will be starting the barracks. Oh, no, he's using a different SCV to start the barracks. Maybe this second SCV can buy moments of time. Nope, not really. So this looks like a very, very similar situation, if not worse.
Creates a slightly different thing. This drone wasn't down there before.
Oh, yeah, if he could get a drone kill, that could actually be really helpful. Yeah. Oh, all 4 have come to fight. This is, I don't know what caused the drones to switch. Maybe just the proximity, how close they were, but that is actually really good for MicroMachine, because now the barracks is going to be able to build not as contested. So
maybe, but those SCVs aren't fighting.
Oh, they're not. They're just mineral. What do they do?
They're
not fighting back.
They're not fighting at all. They're just chilling. They're just doing their thing.
What are they doing?
Well,
I guess if they can just buy enough time, then maybe, but they're all about to die.
Well, nothing's building that, so it doesn't matter. There's no time.
Yeah, no, it's building.
Now he is. Okay.
Yeah, no, he's got an SCV there building uncontested, so now he just needs to not...
He doesn't have the gas, so it'll have to be a Marine.
He needs to save at least one worker, because he's got to build the Marine. Okay, there we go. And now, if all his workers die, he's got one Marine to win the game.
Yeah.
All of MicroMachine's hopes are on these 2 SCVs ringing around the command center with the Marine on the way. If he can just buy enough time, one of the SCVs dies.
Oh, that was brave. He deposited the mineral.
Here we go. Kite like you've never kited before, Marine. We'll see if the drones actually don't seem to care too much about the Marine at this moment. They really want that SCV, but now with the SCV out of the way,
that's GG.
That is gonna be it.
That's awesome.
Epic ending. I am glad this turned out a little differently. It'd be fun to watch even a few more games and see if it could evolve. Like, it seems like it's getting different each time.
Yeah, I want to see. At first, when they pulled into the middle line, I thought, yeah, this is
I just assumed they would fight
so
there.
I don't know why.
That's the whole point of doing that in the pocket, right? It's so all your SCVs can just at once and kill a drone pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I don't know
Unfortunate.
what was going on there.
Well, in one of our quickest series this season, if not the quickest, MicroMachine will be eliminated by Dovahkiin, the Dragonborn, one of our 3 remaining Zergs in this tournament. We have a lot of Zergs still.
We do. A weird
Zerg.
number. Weird number.
What if we get a ZVZ in the next round? That is possible. If Zoe beats VeTerran in our next series, we'll have a ZVZ. We haven't had one of those in 3 years? 2 years?
A while.
Not that long. It's been a little while. It hasn't been like super long, but wow. I don't even know what to say. What do you want to? Any last words for MicroMachine there?
Well, fix that. So I don't know. It's kind of a hard snipe, like because there's exploit. So I think the reason it behaves that way is because there's exploits the other way, which is because you're always walking the line between either they're coming in and they're all inning you with this, and so you shouldn't react, or if you tell your SCVs to react, then someone can come in with 4 drones and cause you to constantly pull your mineral line, and then they'll mine with 8 and outmine you. So it's you kind of have to have the problem is it's hard to hard code the decision making, because the decision making kind of needs to be, if someone head fakes you like 5 times, then stop chasing them. But if they're not head faking you, then chase them. Like, make them do it a few times, but then whatever you code in that limit is, someone can do it one more than that limit or whatever it is. So that's a tough one. Like when you got those things that you need to respond to. I mean, we've seen a number of people play with this. Like, someone did do that where they came in, never actually attacked, but knew that by bringing them into the main, in and out, it would constantly stop the enemy from mining.
Just no mineral income.
And then there was just no income, and then they could do whatever they wanted. And then in the other case, like Tier that did the worker rush into a mass recall to confuse the hell out of stuff, and like that sort of thing worked well. So if you just
until somebody patches it out, and that's the thing with these, that's what we're exposing, is these little flaws and these things that you can exploit and more. Hopefully you guys are able to create better bots with this information and don't just take it as he cheesed me. You know, this is learning experience for all of us, you know, for bot authors and us alike. So
indeed.
Hopefully we're all taking it as
I'm glad that we started with this match then instead of
that was a good starter.
Yeah.
It was very it was so fast. It was fun.
I like that.
All right, well, here's our next matchup. VeTerran, created by Icy in Go, one of our don't we have like 2 Go bots now? And
we do. Well, that was
a lot of languages this season.
I think
Go and Java and C++. And
I think Go Dovahkiin was the other Go one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And then here is Zoe, another new contender. Well, kind of new contender. It's all right. This is our double. Oh no, Eris. I'm sorry. Eris is our double bot author.
Yeah.
Zoe is created by Soupcatcher. Hanging out here in the chat. Yeah, welcome everybody. I haven't been watching the chat here. Oh yeah, there's Soupcatcher now. Mind me hanging out. Lord Sydney, Chris Steph, The Crossroads. Thanks for being here, everybody. Dusty, Lord Sydney. Wow, we got a lot of people here. Appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. Hopefully you're enjoying the games, and we're about to kick off this next best of 3 here in just a moment. Make sure you check out all the stuff in the links in the description below if you're new, our forum and our Crown Club,
and make sure to hit that like button,
that thumbs up.
Or hit the dislike one, and we'll never know.
Yeah, your negativity can't affect me anymore.
It'll be a secret. Yeah,
because I can't see it.
Our ego is protected.
You just hide the bad stuff, and it won't be there, right?
Yes, that's it.
That works.
Because creators care about what's her name, Caroline Wozicki or something. I know Drek can still see it, but we don't care.
Yeah, I don't
We
care.
don't care.
You can dislike me all you want.
It's just going to hurt his feelings, but not our feelings.
Until Drek dislikes me, I'm going to stay in cast. So
yeah.
No, hopefully you do all enjoy our show here, and hopefully are having a good time. And we do hope you hit the thumbs up, not the thumbs down, but follow your heart. Yeah, see what happens when you talk about it.
Well, there you go.
Deserved. We deserved
Whatever.
it.
We're trying to fix the algorithm, Drek.
Yeah.
I think these people, we were discussing before the show about why they did this, and I think it's to fix the YouTube algorithm so that it doesn't get brigaded, because I currently believe that the YouTube AI algorithm thinks that dislikes are good.
Mm-hmm.
Because it gets brigaded. So in other words, popular videos get massively disliked, so it probably learns that a dislike means a video is good, and by them hiding the number, they're trying to teach it that that's not true. But I bet a lot of people in here that know how things work probably have perspective.
Oh, yeah, they know way more than me, that's for sure. Well, our next series is ready. Thank you all again for tuning in to ESChamp's ProBots Day 6. Let's kick things off here. Who did I say we have next? Zoe versus
VeTerran.
VeTerran, another TVZ. So get ready and let's go.
I seize.
VeTerran. I want to make Drek cry. Hit that thumbs down button. Yes, I am encouraging that. No, I'm just kidding.
Soup catchers.
Zoe. All right, we are here on Light Shade for our next best of 3, and only one of these bots have received updates. Do you know which one it is?
Is it Zoe?
Correct, because VeTerran has not received updates for like 2 seasons now or something.
Yeah, I figured it was the author that's currently in the chat.
Yeah,
actively watching every week.
Yes,
that was my guess.
So we'll see how much of an advantage that gives. So far, it hasn't really phased VeTerran that much. VeTerran has still just put up a very strong showing. You know, it's not like he just barely got here. He's just had some phenomenal games. So we'll see what Zoe can do with some updates. There is, I don't want to say it because I don't want to spoil it. That first update there, we haven't seen that in like 2 seasons at least.
Decades.
Right?
Yeah.
Decades at least.
Decades. Probably.
Oh boy, just a bunch of Mutalisk adjustments, stuff like that. Defending base, yeah, just a lot of little. Oh no! Read a little further. They removed it.
Uh-oh.
So I don't know if we're gonna see it.
Well, that's less fun.
All right. Well, now I can't say it at all.
Why even put it in the updates?
Just to get my hopes up. That's why.
Yeah,
people just like screwing with us.
Punks.
Okay. Well, maybe we won't see anything awesome anymore, but we'll still see what Zoe can bring us. It was okay. I'll tell you all. It was going to be Nidus Worms. Yeah. It was good. Yep. They know. Well, we'll see. Maybe we'll still get Nidus Worms. Yeah. Wasn't it Paul who did the Nidus Worms? I think it was Paul.
It was.
Right?
Was Paul.
That was good stuff. I do wish we'd see more of that.
Like he even knew. He added a happy face on the added and a frowny face on the removed. He knew.
Son of a gun. All right. Well, Overlord. Ooh. Gonna try to run for safety, but 2 Marines. Oh, it's gonna be close. Oh, it's gonna be close. Okay, it gets there. Good save. All right, so just very standard. Wow, actually a little. We've seen Zoe do this, the very macro build, and 3 bases pretty much right away. But we've already got Zergling speed and Zerglings coming out as well, so it's not like a really risky third, other than the fact VeTerran's still on 1 base. So maybe just a big, 1 base push can break through Zoe's whatever.
It makes sense. Yeah, I mean, definitely can. I kind of think, especially for bots, Zerg has two options: macro and Ravagers. I think if you are going with some sort of all-in, you can't really be sure about the all-in unless it's a Ravager all-in, because anything else could very easily die to walls and defense and whatever, and you won't know what that's going to be. So I think you tend to see most Zergs play a macro style, and they don't try and win with a timing unless it's a Ravager timing.
Or Bly or something.
Yeah. Which can be good. Like, Ravager timings are very good because they're hard to do any sort of static defense against. But we'll get
the bots still haven't really nailed down the biles all the way.
Yeah.
Well, we see it work against the bot sometimes too. Oh, a little engagement. Oh, Lings get a full surround here. Oh, I thought they had the tank. So VeTerran actually keeps the tank alive, which is huge. Losing some Marines hurts, but not as much as losing that tank.
Yeah, for sure. It does blunt the attack here, though. He will get the remaining Marines, and now the tank's in trouble. Actually, one left.
All but Billy.
Yeah.
Billy's alive. Run. Yeah, go home. VeTerran needs to regroup and does have a second base coming up and maybe even a third. What is that floating? Oh, no, maybe this is an Overlord. Yeah, it was an Overlord that just died. That was looking for the third. But, all right, VeTerran's going to have to rethink this and try to regroup. But Zoe on this side of the map is just kind of taking over things. The creep spread is about to kick off, I feel like, and just start taking over the map. Once we get that creep spread just a little bit out, it just explodes.
Yeah, for sure. Especially, with 4 queens out and kind of mobilized, this will definitely go around. You've usually got one stuck on each base, and then these roving queens, in addition to the tumors that are already put down, it's usually right around when they hit like the middle of the map. It hits that exponential part where like the next wave of tumors covers another 25%, and then they're done.
Yeah.
Like, you just end up with something like 30 active creep tumors.
It's a lot of creep.
It is indeed.
Nasty, gross creep. All right, well, some rocks getting taken down. Zergling's just waiting for the command to go attack. We do have upgrades and Hydralisks even on the way very shortly for Zoe. So, what do you think? Should VeTerran just kind of group up on 2 bases and try to attack, or sit back at home and get a third?
I think he's got to do the third now because the first thing was kind of a 1 base. So I think you can never do a 1 base then a 2 base. You can do a 1 base then a 3 base.
Well, he's gonna try it.
He's gonna give it a shot. I just don't know what's here.
Defender Sword's wrong. He might, if he can get a decent engagement. Lings are very hesitant to engage. I mean, rightfully so. There's mines. There's a tank. The Lings are going to be very squishy to all this. Ooh, might have some big connections here. Kinda.
Takes out the mines. He won't be able to clear this out just yet, but there are roaches and hydras being built right now. But losing a lot of queens here is not great.
Oh, don't ever poo-poo the 2 base Ender Sword.
No, I think I still will, but we'll see how this goes.
It's going good so far. The hydras might shut this down.
It's going to be a matter of whether they group up well, more than anything here.
Oh, yeah. If they just die one at a time, of course they won't work.
Sucks. But he's definitely got enough. Like, this is plenty to kill this.
Uh-oh, yeah. I think he's going to be able to crush. Oh, yeah. This is going to crush this.
He's not underdoing it. He brought the
drone. Oh, well. Yeah, okay, yeah. He's still going to clean this up pretty heartily here. I thought he would at least lose a lot of drones to the tanks there.
Yeah. Then not as clean as it could have been. Obviously, if he had kept the queens alive and they came with this, then very little would have died. But, yeah, still a good cleanup.
Yep. Yeah, minimal economic damage. Zoe's still sitting strong on 3 bases, but VeTerran with a really good rhythm, despite being behind. A 3rd base now coming up. So yeah, first attack didn't do a whole lot. Did trade a little bit. Second attack there didn't do a lot, but he did trade a little bit, right? So maybe if he can just hold now his 3rd base and get it up and running before Zoe can really get that 4th saturated, maybe there's an opportunity for a 3 base attack now.
There is. I just wish he had waited maybe for it, or it's always hard to recover from it. But I think kind of if you lose your first little push, you can't just push with twice that amount later.
Yeah.
You have to push with like 4 times that amount later, and hopefully with another tier of tech or another upgrade level or something like that. But I think it was on the verge of getting out of control. He did kill 10 creep tumors here, which is the reason we see the weird gap through the middle of the map. But you could see from the bottom what the whole map would look like if he didn't do that.
Oh yeah, the whole map would be covered in creep.
Yeah.
How much later is later than later?
Later than later was probably only 90 seconds later, but then he
just wanted to clarify. Okay.
Then he would have these banshees and stuff, which is which I don't know was a good comp anyway because there's Hydras coming out, but he didn't know that. But yeah,
well, it could be good actually. Lurker Den on the way now. If VeTerran can hold his third base, assuming this push doesn't just crush him, Army Supply actually very even right now.
Yeah,
the Banshees could actually be really good at picking off lurkers from here to there. So we'll see.
Yeah. I don't know if this is a great push in by Zoe either.
No, it's actually really bad.
Yeah, that was never going to win.
Especially with 2-2 so close to it on. Yeah, just pull back.
Yeah, VeTerran can't attack into him, but he definitely couldn't attack into VeTerran either.
Oh yeah.
But we'll see if VeTerran gets baited across. If he clears it some more creep, then that's good. But I don't want to see him commit to this.
Oh, it's too bad because you're going to. And the tank is sieged. The Marines have been really good at microing back, I gotta say. This whole game. They're not trading the most efficiently, but at least they're giving it their all here. This is going to get heartily pushed back. And VeTerran expanding in a very interesting location. Very close. I actually like it because it might slow down the Zerg's expansions a little bit.
Yeah,
which is what he needs to do.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that either. And it's also a path that he's very unlikely to attack through. So I think that's actually smart.
Yeah, not a lot of vision up there because the creep again has been stifled for the most part down the middle path. So
this is a weird donation of a couple extra Hydras that didn't have to be here.
Yeah, there's plenty more. That's fine.
Yeah.
VeTerran actually quite down on Army Supply at the moment.
Weird. Like this is just all free, and that's just weird to do.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, it doesn't.
Was that a lurker? Oh no, you can't.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to turn the tide.
Choke here. Get that. Oh yeah, get that Hellbat up in that choke point. Oh, the wings pulled back. Okay, this is actually a really good spot for VeTerran. VeTerran picking some really good fights, actually. Just some really scrappy little engagements. Zoe just kind of half-heartedly committing to him.
He's going to get surrounded here now. No, he abandons it.
Yeah, so Zoe keeps making these weird pullback decisions, and which is allowing VeTerran to kind of keep this push just barely going. Like it's, I don't know how, but this is still got some traction. Oh, there we go. Get that tank sieged up. Now I wonder if it is just the choke. It's like, oh, okay, this is too much of a choke. I don't want to go in here. Oh, too close.
Maybe I know it's also it's not just a choke too. It's a choke and a sight blocker, which I know often.
The sight was probably
really messes with it. But he was on both sides of the sight blocker, so it was a weird pullback. He will get in now. I think, maybe we're going to lose the third base here now.
Nothing was in that bunker. It just goes down right away. The Marines do have a good spot on the high ground, but
lurkers are making it not a great spot. He's just kind of, he should be able to see it because he's got a Raven here, but he's just standing in the spot.
Oh, yeah, you just can't get close enough. Yeah. But I think it's great, too. Zoe's actually just ignoring VeTerran mining on... Okay, now I think Zoe has some forces attacking it, but there was reinforcements just going right past that base.
Yeah.
All right, this is going to be a little too much for VeTerran to handle. Zoe, too strong. It was a good attempt, some nice little pushes, but... he even got the battle cruisers out. It's just a little too late, though.
Yeah, that's sort of the thing that I would have wanted, like to go to 3 base. If your 1 base thing doesn't work, then go to 3 with a higher tech level. But just trying to go to 3 and then doing the same, like tech pushes probably doesn't work.
Didn't work here. Yeah. Oh, Drek, why you gotta make things weird? I apologize for our production in chat there. We can't control him.
Dirty.
He's got to make things weird.
Always.
Yeah, everybody's bracket just probably got destroyed. In that first series, I don't think anybody thought MicroMachine would get eliminated in the round of 8. It's happened like once before, I think, and to a very similar scenario where he had to get hard sniped to get knocked out.
Yeah.
So
and that's basically
it's kind of the only way to beat him.
happen here. I'm glad I had him winning, but not in that slot. I had him in the other.
I had him in the finals with Gensibot. Yeah.
See, I had him playing VeTerran. Like I had him losing to Eris later tonight, and then playing VeTerran. So, so my whole bottom is going to be totally wrong.
That's all right. It happens.
It is.
Well, we'll see. This isn't over yet. VeTerran still has some very strong play. Could make something happen. This depends on how the push goes. Those pushes down the middle were, I'd say, like halfway effective. So maybe if he can just get a little bit better of a trade in that first engagement and get a little bit more traction, who knows what can happen. We'll see. Well, thank you all for being here. We've got an awesome show for you tonight. We've got 2 more games after this series. After our break, we're going to be going back into that upper bracket. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But this will decide who moves on and who gets eliminated. VeTerran on his last life here, up against Zoe, one of our new Zergs, looking oh so good. Man, what if we get 3 Zergs in the finals? It's possible.
I don't know if we've ever had that. Yeah.
It's possible.
I think we've had 3 Protoss in the finals, but we've never had
not all. I don't think we've ever had like all one race.
No.
Right? Well, because we used to do 4.
We used to do top 4 at the one time, yeah. So there's definitely been times when it's been 3 Protoss and MicroMachine.
Yeah.
I think that happened like a couple times.
Yeah.
But we've definitely never had all Zerg.
Well, let's see what happens. Let's see if Zoe can keep this pace up or VeTerran can turn it around in game number 2 of this best of 3. Let's go. Maybe. Hey, the timer ran out. So as far as I know, the game is starting.
I don't know. Druck's busy typing dirty things in chat. Maybe.
Production.
I seize.
VeTerran.
Soup catchers.
Zoe. Oh, was that both intros already? We are here on Jaganatha.
Jaganantha.
Jaganantha.
Jaganantha. Yeah.
Jaganatha.
Whatever.
I'm just saying it phonetically. I don't care.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, let's see if VeTerran can turn things around here. Zoe, I imagine we'll just get another pretty quick third base here. Pool and then a third base. Ooh.
Yeah, I like this better. I think.
Oh, that's way better.
Yeah, I think you want to see VeTerran get up to something a little bulkier and try and go. I think the single tank marine stuff can work. It can work against Protoss. It can work against other Terrans if they take the very initial engagement bad, but it's hard to see that being stable enough against a bunch of speedlings because you're gonna lose some. Even if they just get on you and you start hitting your Marines with friendly fire, then you're gonna lose some, and you're so heavily focused on a single tank that it's hard to defend that from Zerg. So
and VeTerran's Marines are very gung-ho.
Yeah,
as well. They really don't mind running up into that tank fire. So that's a good thing to keep an eye on here. All right, so second base done. Spawning pool about to finish it as well. And we'll see if Zoe is going to get that third base. Yeah, we got speed on the way, so I imagine third base should be very shortly here. Yeah, looks like Throne's headed that way now. But yeah, this is going to be a much better time. I mean, VeTerran's just being able to keep up with the economy is going to be so much bigger on this because, yeah, it was a 1 base attacking into a 3 base last game. And like you said, if you don't do damage, you can't then just follow up with a 2 base or something. Like they're already on 3 bases and have a crit. You need to double down on something. So
Exactly.
This is much better already. I'm liking this.
Yeah, I think so. He's getting 1 Reaper out here to go take a look around. I don't know how much VeTerran responds to scouting information or anything.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's just been so long since we've seen an update. No, we don't fully know VeTerran's capabilities still. We're still discovering what it can do here and there. And we'll see how this little 2-base attack with a factory now coming down behind it. Yeah, maybe going to go back into that siege tank production or cyclones. I think more Terrans need to use cyclones still. We saw a few. It's almost like the Tempest.
Yeah.
We saw a few. We see it every now and then, and it seems to do really well. But it is kind of that, either it works really well or it gets countered super hard. So,
yeah, and it's whether you can get them rolling too. Like if you keep losing like your first one, then they never get going. But if you start to get like 8 of them out, it's really hard to even approach them without losing everything.
Ooh, interesting grenade. Pulls the queen closer, and she just decides, nah, I don't want any of that. How did he even throw that grenade onto the high ground?
I don't know.
Wait, was
it magic? He must have thrown it while he was still up there. I don't know.
Oh yeah, threw it and then jumped down. I guess. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that has to have been what happened. I thought it just looked like he threw it while he was on the. All right. Well, third base. Wow, VeTerran really going to be keeping up and going for the long macro game this time around, and I think this is perfect against, especially if Zoe just kind of stays on 3 bases. But no, I see a drone sneaking out to the 4th, maybe. No, maybe not. So we'll see. VeTerran's going to have a great economy, has upgrades very soon in the works. So we'll see +1 or something. That engineering bay just finished up. Even a starport, so maybe some medevacs for his bio. That would be good. Yeah, we'll see. I like the Widow Mine play too. We still don't see a whole ton of Widow Mines, but they can be really good defensively because bots don't always deal with them correctly. So.
Yeah, exactly. They can really just cause weird behavior. Either a bot ignores them and then takes some big hits, or it over accounts for them and then does some weird things, refuses to group up, refuses to engage. So,
or just dances around, tries to avoid the mine while getting shot by a bunch of Marines or something.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's a lot of room too for bots to exploit the idea that a single unit can make an army behave different.
What did the Reaper die? Oh.
Looks like they're running by each other here. Zerg will go after the rocks as the Marines go through the middle.
Ooh,
good initial engagement.
I like this for VeTerran so far. He doesn't have any support though. This is kind of a suicide squad of Marines here. Just no healing, no combat shield even. It is on the way, but they're just gonna trade and try to get a decent engagement.
Coming back into a tank here is pretty good. Is he gonna leave the tank to die though?
The tank, yeah. Hey, maybe not. Good, the roaches pull back. Oh, that's huge. Zoe, we've seen Zoe do this a bunch where she just kind of pulls back unnecessarily when she could easily just, keep pushing through and crush. So maybe this is going to be what VeTerran needs to get that foothold onto this creek here.
Yeah, this is a very brave little squad.
Yeah, no, man, they are the suicide squad for sure.
And this Hellbat that we didn't even pay attention, that was apparently halfway across the map.
Man, can you think of anything scarier as a Zergling than a Hellbat in that fast zone? Jeez. Even the Marines, they're going to have a pretty good time. Well, actually, the Wings are too. They're going to be able to get a nice surround. But
yeah, so
I want to see what VeTerran has coming behind this here. Widow Mine.
Yeah, it does have a variety of stuff. I don't know if he's got enough Marines left anymore, though. Although, again, we get this weird pullback because that tank was dead. Maybe it will be now.
Run! Yeah, VeTerran just a little bit too brave, and Zoe sometimes a little bit too hesitant is making this a very close matchup as far as the engagements go, because multiple times Zoe could have just kind of crushed through and killed off even more. But as it is, VeTerran actually has a worker lead. Army supply pretty much even. Upgrades looking great for both the bots, actually. So, yeah, this is just very, very even at this point in time. It's really hard to say who's going to be able to get an upper hand and how, even.
Yeah, the only thing I think that leans in Zoe's favor, one is base count, but also it's been even while Zoe's been teching up a lot. So the Hive's already on the way, more upgrades are on the way, and we're going to get Hydras and everything. VeTerran is just now investing in the cloak, the rotors, the stem. Like stem wasn't even there.
Ooh, and battle cruisers. We've got that fusion core about to finish up.
Yeah, so we're getting the big investment coming out here now, whereas Zoe will also be done as the lurker den is started, and the Hive is a bit over halfway.
Yeah, I think we're at the point where VeTerran needs to get that big, unstoppable army that he can just keep reinforcing, that the battle cruisers just don't die, and he can, just keep pushing, because Zoe's starting to take over the whole map here. Creep is covering more than half the map. Sixth base or so should be on the way very soon. Yeah, I think it just started there. Yep, just now. So, yeah, Zoe economically is just really looking strong. Still a little bit behind in the army count, though. Needs to start cranking out some units, because here comes the push straight down the middle, and VeTerran has a decent little force, but actually got too greedy, and I think he pushed a little too far there. Well, I can always say that, and then Zoe pulls back.
Yeah, he pulls back, but he did pick up the tank, and that was the key to that.
Yeah, that is a big part of it.
And he will. The Hydras here, are they going to grab this Banshee? Not quite. Does get away. Oh, will one shot away, but it's going to live.
Those speed zones are really interesting.
Yeah.
They can really help, but then instantly just turn into, oh no, now I'm getting run down.
You retreat through them, and and you're smoked. Yeah.
Interesting dynamic. All right, well, VeTerran's going to keep on the pressure here. Again, army supply, very, very even. Upgrades still in the works for both these bots. Zoe on 2-2, though, so that's really going to be, helpful in these engagements.
Yeah, those Hydras, especially if the Hydras in the speed zones, they're absolutely shredding things. Yeah, he's got really good central control here with just the Hydraling army. And now he's got the lurkers coming behind it. He could burrow those and basically control this choke for a long time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's going to crush back through this tank again. Another tank on the left. Might get a couple shots off here, actually. It's going unignored for the moment. Now the battle cruisers are here. This is where VeTerran either makes it or breaks it, I think, or where Zoe makes it. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, so far he's going to get broken. Oh, no. Get out of there.
He almost didn't make it there. But yeah, that wasn't... You can't send it in totally alone like that.
Yeah, that wasn't the best. But as long as it survives, it can group up with its other Commodores and stuff like that.
Indeed. He needs to start getting the tanks to group up, though. Like, we've had individual tanks just come in and get killed. And...
Like that one there?
Yeah, you need, like, 5 of them or something to be able to hold something. They're just one at a time isn't cutting it. Lurker get a little ahead of itself. The one thing that this does deny down the middle is all the creep isn't here. It's completely down the sides, you can see, but nothing holding the middle with it. 2 BCs coming this time is pretty good.
It is an interesting dynamic because we actually don't see a lot of run-bys, and it's the perfect setup to just hit both the bases at this point. But all the defenses here trying to hold these battle cruisers at bay. The Marines still kiting for their lives. I don't know how this one's going to go. The battle cruiser pulls back. Does that one not have a teleport?
I think probably the damaged one doesn't have it back, but the new one does.
Yamato's almost done. That could really start to change the tide of things. We'll see what starts to get Yamato'd, actually. I think the lurkers, right?
Yeah, the lurkers would make the most sense.
Yeah.
Take them out before you get in. Nothing else is high value.
That's what that Yamato's for, is those high value targets. It really seems like Zoe is just batting this back left and right, but VeTerran won't stop. He just keeps coming and actually has just the slightest army advantage. As far as, count goes, the upgrade's still just barely catching up here. 3-3 getting super close to done for Zoe, and that's going to be a big game changer. Just that +3 carapace is really going to help out for a little bit of time here.
Yeah, Zoe's got to do something to turn the corner and get another angle of attack here. This choke through the middle is pretty easily defended. Battle cruiser does go down, but it's going to be hard to counterattack through this as well. A well-timed group of lings to either the other side bases or something would shut down a lot.
Yeah, the lurkers don't really seem to have done a whole ton this game, right? Because VeTerran just keeps pulling back pretty well and actually keeping as much as he can alive. So, yeah, it feels like the lurkers have not really done their critical damage that they can do. Well, we'll see here. Actually, as I say that, they get a couple of nice volleys. Battlecruiser, what are you doing? No.
Yeah, I think that one might have had it down. So that's the second one that dies there. I don't know if he's really replacing them either.
This is one of the bloodiest battle wars of attrition in StarCraft I think I've ever seen. This has just been non-stop fighting for like the past 5 to 7 minutes. Can we see a resources lost just real? I'm really curious how much has been killed. Whew. A lot.
Pretty close. Actually, I kind of
as much as I thought, actually.
Yeah, 3 BCs. Yeah, exactly. But and also maybe not even in the direction I thought. I kind of thought that Zoe was getting the more efficient side of this.
It's sloppy, but VeTerran's getting it done, kinda. Like I don't know. It's so hard to call.
Similar. It's all minerals. That's the difference, which is really not that big a deal. But yeah,
VeTerran's actually starting to run out of minerals now that you mentioned that. He hasn't really obtained another base, and there's creep covering the expansions on the right. So I don't even know if VeTerran is going to be able to clear those anytime soon.
Yeah, this
might just be, he might just run out of money, right?
Okay, is what's going on the bottom right? Yeah, there is an attack down here. This is kind of what I was waiting for. Is any attack to these sides, you know that they're totally undefended. So I think that will kind of start to put the nail in it.
Oh boy, I do think that is kind of it. I think that's and here we go. Finally, those avenues on both sides are getting utilized so efficiently. Zoe with some brilliant play, holding off some actually really scary attacks. Like I would have crumpled under that if I was playing against VeTerran. He would have crushed through me. Like I would not have been able to keep up with that. So, I mean, obviously these bots are better than me, but that was still some impressive attacks. I like that VeTerran got the much better economy to be able to afford this non-stop battle, essentially. But in the end, Zoe is gonna secure her win.
Yeah, and kind of neat to see as the center collapsed. You had simultaneous attacks on the 2 other lanes. It suddenly turned into a MOBA.
Yeah, a little bit.
And yeah, that was kind of neat. Like I was waiting for that again. It's the type of thing a person would know to do, is to just hit the 2 unguarded spots. But it almost like there was a trigger of, once I take control of the center and I know that I have spare army, then hit the other 2 spots. And that seemed to be what the trigger was. Once Zoe went over halfway, she just attacked the other 2, and all 3 bases basically went down simultaneously. So quite strong.
Very strong, I would say. Yeah, we have a very strong lower bracket just waiting for these bots to get knocked down from the upper bracket. Just these 2 vicious Zergs, and kind of vastly different play styles too, which is going to be interesting to see. So
yeah, quite different. I mean, Dovahkiin is exploitative almost entirely, where Zoe is kind of the big macro. Eris, which we'll see later, is the big macro.
Yeah,
I think some were talking in chat, but I think as we approach the humans versus bots this time around, I think Zerg bots are getting hard to deal with because they're not gimmicky at all. Like usually with the other bots, it's a matter of just kind of figure out what they do and figure out a hard counter to that thing. But when what you do is take 4 bases and macro well, that's hard to, while teching and doing research and getting upgrades and like whatever, that's hard to just counter. Like you basically have to do some sort of early timing if you're gonna do it, and it may beat you. So yeah, it's a tough one. That'll be interesting. So I do hope that Zoe is gonna be human player enabled, because that'll definitely be an interesting one. I know that Eris is. I don't know whether adjustments have to be made, but I know it was last season.
Yeah. Oh, it's always a little trickier to get them to work against the humans. So
yeah.
Make sure you give all your love and support to our awesome production crew who's making that happen. Yeah, that'll be in just 2 weeks' time. Our grand finals, we'll have our humans versus bots show match to wrap things up. It's always a lot of fun. Check out our Crown Club as well, so you can get access to everything behind the scenes as far as post bots and all our extra content and cool backgrounds, stuff like that. But we're going to go to a quick break here before we come back. Yeah, we're going to... Oh, we should do a member shout-out as well. But yeah, stick around. We're going to do a member shout-out real quick, and then I'll tell you about what's coming up after the break. Welcome back to ProBots, everybody. Welcome back to day 6. We have eliminated 2 bots today. That's all we will be eliminating today, thankfully.
Yeah.
Just 2 bots got knocked out, and now we're going to decide who gets knocked down into the lower bracket to face those 2 scary Zergs that we just watched. And let's go ahead and pop up our bracket and talk about it. We've got coming up first. Now again, how backwards are we doing this? Are we still going bottom up? So
I think we are going bottom up.
DominionDog next?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, next will be a TVT, and this one is going to be interesting. Ketroc is just, he's Ketroc. He's a very strong, sturdy, survivable bot, and DominionDog has always kind of been the dark horse, not the underdog even at this point. I don't know. You never really know what DominionDog's going to do.
Never know.
Both these bots bot authors are very active, so they're always receiving updates. Excuse me. I actually haven't looked at. Let's take a look at the updates.
What's it
shall
say?
we? Well, DominionDog here with that awesome hat.
Yeah.
Maybe got a new upgraded hat. Speed mining has been implemented. All right, all the bots are slowly... I think we've only got a few left that don't have it at this point.
Ooh.
So that'll be good to see. And he's got a TVZ update, a TVP update, and a TVT update. So DominionDog, ready for a little bit of anything, which at this moment in time, there is still a Protoss, and there are still Zergs, and there is still one Terran, which he's going up against right now.
Indeed. So it looks like he's...
We're only going to have one Terran, or no, one of these gets knocked down to the lower bracket. Never mind. So we're going to have 2 Terrans left still.
2 Terrans survived. They're just,
But we might only have 1 Terran in the finals. I am really banking a Terran has to win the finals this season, Endersword.
It has to?
It has to, or else I've talked about this, our color coordination on our Wikipedia page gets screwed up.
It is all about that.
We've only got 2 Terrans left. DominionDog, Ketroc, it's up to you 2 to win the whole shebang. We'll see what happens here as we get this next game loaded up. Thank you all again for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of the Crown Club. Do join us for Postbots tomorrow. If you are in the Crown Club, join the Discord. You can come hang out live, talk in the audience chat, and listen in as we record it for a VOD that we release on Saturday to the Crown Club. So, yeah, just a little extra ProBots content. Come check it out if you got nothing better to do. And then our grand finals, we should talk a little more about that. That's coming up real soon, and I am very excited for this season's. I already thanked Marco, but I guess we'll thank Marco again. Thank you, Marco. I'm getting told to thank you one more time, which, you know what? You've earned it. We did not thank you so many times when we should have been with that blank screen. So thank you, Marco, for your ESChamp support. All right. Are we ready? Oh, we still have a minute, Endersword. I thought I saw the zeros and I got ahead of myself.
We do.
Oh, what were we talking about? The finals. The finals are coming up. They're going to be so freaking good. We're going to have our humans versus bots. Who do you think is going to be the scariest play if we get them? Assuming they all work.
So assuming they all work, but knowing that one won't, because I was going to say Zoe might be one of them, but I don't. But apparently won't work for this season. I think Eris is still. It's probably one of the better ones because, again, it's just hard to come up with a thing that would take him out. Like, it basically has to be a skill-based takeout. it can't just be a hard counter and build order win. Like you're gonna have to go with probably an early timing and kill it, which would work. But it's just you have to, like, you couldn't be bronze and do it.
Yeah.
So that sort of thing. I think Ketroc's always kind of hard.
I was going to say Ketroc with the Ravens.
Yeah. It's a matter of it's just a matter of do you let them get there?
Yeah.
I think almost all the bots, if it's a macro bot that gets to 5 or 6 bases and you let them get to 5 or 6 bases, they're going to win.
Yeah. Well, let's see what happens here in this best of 3. It is ready. Our TVT of the night, DominionDog versus Ketroc, to see who moves on in the upper bracket and who gets knocked down into the lower. Let's go. Oh, my bracket says.
Fidolinas.
Yeah, you're right. It's weird in some rounds.
DominionDog.
Ketrocs.
Ketroc. Okay, here we go on Blackburn. So let's talk a little more before we get too much into this, because I did see, not like a quick attack, but yeah, maybe a quick attack. They're upgrades, the updates that these bots have received. So in TVT, we could see some speed banshees out of DominionDog as well. You know, Ketroc, kind of known has been known as the banshee player for as of late.
Yeah,
his ravens and his banshees and his really good air control. But yeah, maybe we'll see a little bit out of that out of DominionDog. Ketroc has no lack of updates though. Smarter pathing. Focus on denying missile turrets against aliens. Yeah, just a very extensive list. A lot of little upgrades. Yeah, he's able to harass edge bases now. New build order. Army's more engaging. Fix some poor decisions. So yeah, just a lot of little tweaks, little upgrades to make him more active, make him, you know, just that much scarier. More likely to BM with mules when winning. That is a very important update. That is that should have been like the number 1 update on the list, I think.
I'm sure he coded it first.
Oh wait, I'm reading the wrong damn list. Ender Sword. I thought those look. Yeah, those are old ones.
Yeah.
I was reading the 2021 season 2 final submission. Maybe we shouldn't have multiple final submissions
on the same list. Yeah.
Like it's nice to have the record though of, you know, previous. Kinda. Is it? Oh, we'll figure that out. Anyway, so we're gonna start over. Rewind. Pretend all that stuff. You know, well, I mean, that's all true. Those are all things that Ketroc has implemented just in the past. So his planetary fortresses, this is his newest update. They now target more for kills rather than splash. So before they were going to try to do as much damage, I guess, over an area, but now they're just going to try to kill things off. So if it's low, it probably gets targeted, I would imagine. So
I would think, yeah, I think that's what he's trying to say. Finish things off instead of just max damage.
Yep, that's good. He does still BM, don't worry. There were no updates for it this season, or this submission, but Ketroc does still BM. Goodness. I sure hope we see the nuke defense.
Me too.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so what would even trigger a nuke defense? I've never even seen him really used defensively other than crap. I
assume he means defending against nukes.
Oh, defending against. Oh, see, I interpret it as he gets nukes for defense.
As in, you triggered the mutually shared.
Yeah, yours makes way more sense when you say it out loud. Oh, damn it. I got my hopes up there. Yeah. I don't think we'll see nukes, though. Does any bot even nuke? I don't think any. I think Annie bot played around with nukes briefly.
There must be. Whenever I see something like that, I figure, and he could probably tell us, but I figure there's someone then on the ladder that does it.
Or else why would he do it? Yeah, why would he program that in?
Because you wouldn't just.
Yeah. Somebody threatened him with it.
Threaten nukes. That would be fun. That would probably be the easiest way. I wonder how much the creators play mind games where, like, if you just tell people in Discord that you're going to start nuking and now they all have to code against it, even though you haven't done it yet. And then you just waste their time. You just don't do it.
Yeah. I guess
the way to go.
I want to see.
I like that theory.
That's not a good way to go.
He nukes himself for self-defense.
You can't lose your base to the enemy if you don't have a base.
It's the scorched earth method.
It's one way to go about it, I guess. The apocalypse scenario. That's you get that option in Detroit, Become Human.
That is true.
I did not choose it though. I almost did. I was on the verge.
You gotta go for the apocalypse.
I did go back and redo it and do it, but
I always pick the nice. I always find I almost always start off wanting to do an evil thing, and then you kind of get in the game and be like, well, I'm not gonna be mean to that character.
Yeah.
And then you end up being nice.
That's where empathy gets you. Oh, well, these Banshees have 0 empathy for the SCVs trying to build that turret here. One turret will finish by the looks of it up just a little bit. Oh, target it. Oh, they don't target it. But that's all right. Does get a lot of kills there.
Good damage, yeah.
Really. Oh, and he even keeps it alive just barely. Now they can just kind of camp over production. Oh, this is dirty. DominionDog with the Banshee updates is going to really be doing some work. Where's all of Ketroc's Vikings? Doesn't Ketroc get Vikings?
He did have one here. I think it flew
off. It's one. There it is. Oh, no, he was just sitting there. He was so still, I didn't see it. My vision is based on movement, so I couldn't tell him.
That happened.
He was waiting for the... Yeah, he couldn't see the Banshees. So, yeah, no point in doing anything, I guess.
Just chilling. The other one goes here. A Marine just walked in the front door.
So he can scan. Does he... Ketroc has energy there, right?
He does have the energy. Maybe he's relying a little too much on the turrets here. He's now got the Raven.
What is going on? Yeah, no, this isn't even that, obviously the Banshee's causing a lot of chaos, but one Marine at the natural shouldn't be getting away with that.
Yeah, saves the factory there barely. Another Raven coming in.
Quite an attack out of DominionDog. So let's take count here. Was it worth it? It does look like he's gotten ahead. He's up on workers. He's up on army supply a little bit. So, yeah, I'd say that was a very successful attack all in all.
Yeah, I think that is worth it. What I want to see is, does he stop well? Because if he throws bad after good here, 18 SCVs definitely worth. But if he makes 4 more Banshees and throws them in to die, then that sucks. But if he got value for these, if he kills this, then that's something. The supply depot's a little something. That's pretty good.
Yeah, they just don't care, actually, that they can be seen. They're really...
This isn't the end of it. Losing these two is not the end of the world for what he kind of got for it. But he can't keep doing it.
Oh, the Engie Bay would be a good pickoff if he could get that, but I don't think he'll get that far. Ravens and the Viking will eventually clean this up, but these have been very pesky Banshees, all in all. And yeah, I guess actually these last few haven't really been worth it, but actually, as I said, maybe they'll get the Engie Bay after all. I don't know though. Four Banshees for Barracks and an Engie Bay. I don't think that's worth it. Better to save it for the fight or something.
Yeah. So if it stops there, I still think it's in his favor. If 2 to 4 more keep coming, then it's not.
Yeah, he could absolutely just keep wasting a lot of resources doing that, but it looks like it's going to slow down. DominionDog will just have a worker lead now and be able to play from there, and we'll see. Yeah, good. So actually, he's lost more than Ketroc.
He very quietly lost the 14 Marines.
Oh, he lost 14 there. I didn't even see the number.
And I think we saw 2 or 3 of them die, but he just had them coming in,
filtering in, huh?
Yeah, to the front there.
Well, again, he's got that worker lead, so now he's going to be able to get a third base very comfortably. No real attack can come out of Ketroc anytime soon. Ketroc's still just kind of building up that air force, air defense at this point. It's just Vikings to defend the Banshees, which, is there just the one more? Oh. So now executing the start tank push means pull home.
I guess so. Well, I mean, it could indicate that he's saying this phase of the attack is over.
Okay.
It's no longer Banshee and Marine time.
That's what he's still making, though.
Which is correct. He can still make them as long as he's not attacking with them.
Yeah.
Harassment time is over.
That's true. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
That's what I mean.
Gotcha. All right. Well, and I like this, actually switching it up to Liberators. This is good. This is going to be a really interesting long game, I think. We've got to get it up to at least 5 command centers each, I think. Yeah. That's my prediction.
Easily. I don't know if DominionDog was making the decision map-based at all, too, but of course, this is probably the best map for this opening.
Yeah, I'd say so. All right, well, now we're in the passive part of a TVT where both players just macro. But that is kind of the name of the game sometimes. You know, get your first attack and cripple your opponent a little bit, and then just stay ahead and just keep getting ahead, keep getting more. And then when the next engagement comes, you just, you know, you're unstoppable at that point. Is kind of the idea. I would imagine.
I would think so as well.
That's my best analysis there. All right, well, I do like the Banshee play, but we'll see how it pans out against all these Vikings. It's hard to see how many are there, but I think there's like 8 or 9. There's 3 at a time building. So there's going to be a lot of Vikings to pretty much one-shot these Banshees here. Even getting some Banshees of his own. So yeah, Ketroc really going to go for that. Oh, he actually almost one-shots it. Now he's going to be able to one-shot it with that armor, anti-armor. So yeah, this attack not so hot now out of DominionDog. Oof. Every single Banshee's going to go down. Liberator's going to go down. Oh, that lead that DominionDog had, I think he just kind of threw it away.
Yeah, I think so.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, that's hard to get through. Very, very choke pointy.
Okay, well, yeah, someone saying, mind me saying in the chat, Ketroc is the attrition king.
Yeah,
he is so good at just holding his ground and trading better than his opponent.
Yeah, he's a very patient bot.
Push into him at this point.
Yeah, Ketroc never really forces the issue, just kind of wins over a long period of time.
More than happy to let you walk into his Vikings.
Yeah.
More than happy to just have you waltz into his line of fire. What are you going to do, Banshee? What do you think you're going to do? Does he even have cloak yet? No, you don't even have cloak yet. Can you get it? Can you get it? Well, all right. Well, so far it hasn't really done anything, but oh, okay, does cloak, but dies. Okay, so yeah, it didn't do anything. 0 kills. What is that? 0 minerals, 0 gas, 0 second. What does the S stand for? Or wait, D? Are you not even watching the stream right now?
The 0S was
supply. Duh. That makes sense.
Yeah, I remember. All right, we discussed it before. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have had this conversation now.
Yeah.
I'm a little forgetful.
Yeah, my first thought was silver. But yeah,
I was trying to imagine, because you know how there's a third resource sometimes in custom games. I was trying to imagine it was like a third resource.
Maybe.
Anyway,
my other guess would have been like minerals per second killed.
Yeah, I was thinking it was like time or something, like seconds. Yeah.
But yeah, supply makes sense.
Well, Ketroc's going to force the fight here, and
yeah, this is going down. He's got to go, half a foot forward here, and then this will fall. He's only got the 1 tank in range. His Banshees with the counter attack here, and there's absolutely nothing over there.
Well, I think DominionDog is just going to crumple. Yeah, he's got 17 army, just nothing left here. Well, it was a really close game and a great start out of DominionDog. Just devolved into chaos and just a thumping here. He just got smacked down.
Yeah. Yeah, so really, really good start. I think what you want to see is potentially taking more bases behind a start like that, because it's probably not a game winner. Like, it's a huge advantage getter, but it's not a game winner.
That was a huge advantage you got. I mean, I could see it being a game winner against Asia. If you don't have the Ravens like Ketroc always gets, or detection.
1650 minerals, 26 kills, but only 25 supply. What was the 26th kill?
Wait, what?
Well, that one said the Banshee reported on its death. 26 kills. 1650 minerals, 0 gas, and 25 supply was killed. So what 25. Was the last? Was it a turret, maybe? Does a turret count as a kill? Like an auto turret? It
counts as a kill, but not as supply.
Well, that's what I mean. There was one thing that was killed. Must have been 0.
Oh, so it must have been, okay.
Yeah, a building. Then,
sure. Buildings do count as kills. Yeah, I see what you're saying now. Okay. No, there was some BM there. You didn't see the. Shouldn't we be fast forwarding now? Yeah, that was a nice little addition.
A little bit. Killed the building. Yeah.
All right. Game number 2 is getting loaded up here. DominionDog with some, again, just a phenomenal opener, but then just couldn't seal the deal. Just fell apart under just his own attacks, really. Like you said, Ketroc just kind of sat there and was more than happy to receive your attack and just gun it down, which he did with ease. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if DominionDog can maybe do a little extra damage at the beginning or just take a better engagement. Just not walking into siege tanks and Vikings, I guess, would be a good way to go about it.
That would be helpful.
Probably be the best.
Yeah, I think it's a matter of how do you convert that, basically. Like that's you get your big advantage. Like I think at one point he was like 12 workers ahead. So what do you do that converts that?
Basically? Get more ahead, right?
Yeah, get more. Well, that's what exactly.
More workers.
That's the. And I think more bases in that case. I think once he got pushed back, while he had the worker lead, they were both still on 2 bases.
Should have gone full defensive.
I think if he had gotten the full, that sort of thing. So
I agree.
Who knows? Who knows?
Not me. We're just the casters here. The bot authors might know. They're smart.
They might know something. They might know something.
Well, let's find out. Let's see what happens here in game number 2. If DominionDog can turn things around, or Ketroc will send him to the lower bracket to face. Who did we decide it was against? Dovahkiin. Loser of this will go up against Dovahkiin next week. Let's find out right now.
Fidolinas.
DominionDog.
Ketrocs.
Ketroc. All right. We are here on Oxide. Everybody wanting Ketroc to win by the looks of our poll here.
Seems like it.
Yeah. Always a crowd favorite.
Indeed. He's a handsome guy.
How's the bot?
That's it. Yeah, the bot. I think the bot's handsome too. I don't know. He was created in the likeness of his programmer. Probably.
Much like Data and Lore.
Yes, exactly. And Jesus and Christmas. I don't know. Is this off base? Why is this DominionDog? Your land center's in the wrong place.
What?
It's a little off. Man.
Is this even possible for a bot?
A few bots have done this. I don't know.
Yeah, we have seen.
Yeah, we have seen this before. Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting. Speaking of Christmas, I just started my Advent beer calendar.
Ooh.
Got it from Costco. They had a lovely German beers in this one. So every day you open up, like a traditional Advent calendar, and you have a nice 16-ounce can of beer in there. Had a nice Helles yesterday. Today I've got wit beer, I believe.
Ooh.
Something like that. Yeah, some really nice German beers.
I should look up something like that. You used to
just go to Costco. They got one.
Okay. Deal.
Do you have Costco's up there?
We do have Costco up here, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I forget. Yeah, Canada doesn't always have what we have then.
Yeah, that's true. I think we don't have Sam's Club.
Yeah, Sam's Club.
But we've got
Sam's Club's just the lesser cost. Actually, Sam's Club can be really nice.
I like if I go to the States, or at least I used to, you always go to like Sam's Club.
Yeah, Sam's Club. They can actually be really nice. They got good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think Costco's just better quality all around. Sam's Club has more of the fancy, showy kind of stuff, but
yeah,
I'm a Costco man.
Costco's pretty good. Yeah, I'll look for something like that. Got to celebrate the old holidays.
Oh, maybe, I don't actually care about the holidays.
Yeah, I don't either.
I
really.
just like the
beer. It's been years and years since I had a tree or anything like that. But
an excuse to drink a beer a day. All right.
It's more celebrating a couple weeks off or something.
Yeah,
that I'll be looking forward to.
Oh, of course. In the UK, apparently they have that, but instead of beer, it's tea bags. Of course.
Nice.
Of course.
Nice. All right, DominionDog going for a quicker third this time.
Oh, yeah.
Like
yeah, really
passive
really
this
time around.
Yeah.
Well, the Banshee Rush, it didn't technically work out in the end. You know, even though the opening was pretty much flawless and worked out super well, got him a great advantage. If it didn't work out in the end, then we're going to see a build switch usually. So.
Yeah. And this could be a good strategy against Ketroc, who's not really known for a lot of early pushing. I think he's got a few, but mostly is going to kind of sit back and go a higher tech path.
He's one of our more defensive bots, for sure.
So if you kind of do take the economic advantage early and then maybe try and hit like a strong 3 base, you can catch him. That might kind of be the way to go.
Yeah, because I think that is the better way to go, because trying to trade with Ketroc, like we were talking about earlier, usually not going to work. He is kind of the king of attrition at this stage of the game. It's so hard to trade evenly against those Ravens, the tanks, when they're in a good spot. So, yeah, you really do have to hit a timing or have such an overwhelming force that catches him by surprise and you can really cripple him or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. DominionDog, with a great lead again so far. 10 workers up right now. It is a really good spot to be and has good unit composition coming out, getting Ravens of his own and Marines and tanks and all that. It's the Viking and the air control that always really seems to give Ketroc such an upper hand, though.
Yeah, very key. Once he's got that sort of thing, I mean, it's hard to break through once the numerical superiority is there. Ketroc also does occasionally do the not push out to really push into you, but the push out to delay you.
Yeah.
Across the map sort of thing and kind of make you pay for the territory. And that's very often what it does to make sure that he can get to the late game. But there doesn't look to be that aggressive move for now, and DominionDog going for the Liberators. So a nice like Liberator tank Marine with some air Raven sort of thing.
It's good on paper.
Yeah, it could be really good. It's going to be down to the execution. Ketroc just now floating to this third, literally been up for 2.5 minutes for DominionDog.
I don't know. Can you go and try the Liberators, though, if you don't have air control? When there's Vikings been churning out for a little bit now.
Yeah.
Or Ketroc. So
it is tough. I guess it's more about initially taking. It would be about sieging up the top of a ramp. And then if you lose them, you lose them. But it's too late if it worked well.
Gonna get himself a tank. Ooh, Ketroc's tank actually fires on the turret, leaving DominionDog's tank completely unscathed. A nice anti-armor missile there. However, could turn this battle into Ketroc's favor. Yeah, that air support is just going to be able to crush anything in the sky. The Raven, the Liberator, it doesn't matter. It's all just going to die. And now the Marines are unsupported. Oh my god, they're actually going to dive onto the tanks as they unsiege. I don't know what the tanks were doing there, but
that was fortunate at the end there. Because you're right that the Liberator just got like one shot it down basically. I think if it had been with the army initially, but it just kind of flew in late into the middle of nowhere, and
I was going to say these Marines should turn around and attack, right?
Yeah, they should just attack. The Vikings cannot shoot down unless they land. So I don't know exactly what it is they're nervous about.
Go. Yeah, this could easily be a base denial or even a kill. But a lot of hesitancy, I guess, just because of the amount of Vikings. Yeah, the Marines are still scared, technically, of the units.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Now they're starting to shoot. They're getting some shots off. Not a lot of repairs coming down just yet.
Yeah, second tank will come and probably end this. There he goes. Starts the repairs, but he knows... I think the Marines are preventing them from doing it.
Oh, yeah. Too close. Yeah. Oh, but the counter, Ketroc going to start getting some SCV kills. Nothing but a Raven to see it, but nothing to kill it. So this could very easily stabilize things for Ketroc. Oh, boy.
Yeah, it'll do some slow damage here. The worker count is now in Ketroc's favor, but having 3 bases means that's easy enough to recover from.
17 kills
here.
Ooh.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, that Banshee, absolutely worth its weight in minerals there. Evens things up pretty nicely. DominionDog does still have an advantage in the army, but a great defensive spot's going to be so hard for our Red Terran to break up. I don't think he can break up here.
Yeah, I don't think he can get up there.
If he can get vision, he can start busting that bunker. No, there's just too many Vikings. There's nothing to give him vision unless he's scanned or something.
Yeah, I think he's going to throw back here.
No. This is where it all goes downhill.
Yeah, he could just lose these 3 tanks and then really lose the initiative.
Oh,
Killing the base is helpful. There's already another replacement base. I don't know if that's, about a quarter of the way done there. That will flow back down, and another one coming.
He has 2 Banshees in a mineral line, one in each mineral line. That's it, right? That's got to be the nail in the coffin. There's nothing to kill these.
Yeah, no, I think so. I mean, he could make something to kill him, but there are 2 Vikings and a Raven coming out. He'll clean it up, but now here comes the counter push by Ketroc.
They're waiting for this attack. Yeah,
he just kind of overextended there. If he could have killed the base and then backed off, he'd be in really good shape, but losing the extra tanks means that this is now harder to defend.
I'd call it pretty much impossible to defend at this point. Yeah, good call. DominionDog is carrying both games has carried a lot of minerals.
Yeah, huge number.
So yeah, there could have been a lot of bears, a lot of Marines.
Yeah, and I do think more Marines would help. Well, there's a lot of things. Whatever the micro that was going on at the 3rd base, could have changed it. Like, because that took way longer than it should have. He should have just been able to. He should just walk forward the Marines, killed the base, and it would have been over in 5 minutes, or not 5 minutes, in like 5 seconds. And then, ideally, you probably would have gone home, maybe after poking at the front, but go home, and he would have been okay. But
I'm really glad that we get a Banshee report when the Banshee goes home to like repair when the mission's over. You know, and it tells you survived, and then gets the little. That's a really cool little stat thing there. I like that. Well, Ketroc will handily defeat DominionDog here. Again, though, DominionDog with some great openers.
Yeah,
got the upper hand both games, and then just kind of took some bad engagements and stood in tank fire, couldn't push up the ramp. You know, little things like that Ketroc will just always take advantage of and be able to crush you.
Yeah, did a good job. Yeah, absorbing the damage. This one was probably less handily than the first. There definitely was some danger, real danger there. But yeah,
this is where Larva would start playing with his feet. So that means Ketroc will move on to face either Eris or negativeZero in the upper bracket, and DominionDog is going to go face Dovahkiin. That is going to be an interesting match.
That will be really interesting because
2 of our cheesier bots, right?
Yeah, and I wonder if Dovahkiin has like code, whether it's a racial thing that he did the worker rush, or whether that was only for MicroMachine. Like, would he do the same thing against DominionDog?
Yeah, I don't know.
But I don't. We'll
might find out. We'll find out because these updates, these updates are final that we got for this round. This is carrying these bots all the way to the end. So
you do at least got to think, if you figure I'm gonna face MicroMachine, pretend that I get through, you're probably going to predict that the next opponent was going to be DominionDog. So
it's going to be either a Terran either way.
It's a Terran either way, but different style. Yeah, exactly. So either way, you probably have another build. So if the MicroMachine one was a hard snipe, which I think it was, because that seemed very exploitative, then I imagine that it's got some other backup plan to play another Terran.
So, it was Benbot, Lord Sydney, died to Dovahkiin's worker rush last week.
Indeed.
Yes. Well, so we're not getting any ace matches tonight, Endersor.
Not looking like it so far. This one could be good, though. negativeZero, certainly no slouch at all. And Eris has tended to go into the late game. I don't know. It'll be an interesting matchup. I think if negativeZero again goes for like an early strong push, then. But I keep thinking this each time. There is a window to take Eris out, but Eris is good at holding that window closed and making it look open while holding it closed with one hand,
slamming your head in it
while teching up to like everything else. Like so far, that's been largely the pattern. Either it's an effortless win or it's a almost scorched earth rope-a-dope sort of thing, and then comes back and wins with the higher tech. So I don't know. We'll see. I expect 2 longer games for this one, but I don't know.
At this point, I'm not counting anything out. We could get another incredibly short, cheesy series. Both these bots are like top of the ladder, though. So this really could go either way. Do we have any stat pages for these bots? Are those coming up?
I'm just looking at what was in the submissions here.
Oh, yeah. I haven't looked at their updates yet.
Yeah. So negativeZero has a lot of additions. So says added... At first bullet point is added an untested Zerg build. So let's see what that is, because that's obviously for that.
That's always fun to do for the finals of ProBots.
Added warp prisms, added Tempest, added fleet beacon research, added shield batteries with micro, added shield battery overcharge, added the ability to harass, block enemy natural before scouting. Impossible to block Eris most times, whatever. Yeah, there's a lot here.
This is -0, by the way, everybody.
Yes, -0. Improved rush contain response. Shades now bypass tanks near bunkers, not relevant today. Fixed pathing issue with enemy natural walls, also probably not an issue. Fixed stalker blink to invalid positions. Fixed enemy object.
I do that sometimes when I mix up the first stock blinker. I like
that. So I mean, looked for. This one might be relevant. Observers look for burrowed units at the next expansion. So
that could be big.
That could be pretty relevant because
we've seen bots get shut down and hard walled at that point because they just don't know to look over or look for a burrowed ling or whatever.
Yeah, and then Eris is, we mentioned before, starts with added some Nidus code, adjustments to Mutalisks, Ravagers, Vipers, and Zerglings, change some reactions for defending bases, more bug fixes, removed Nidus code, and remove Dancing Spore Crawlers.
Worst removal ever, but we'll see what happens here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our last best of 3 of the night is ready. Our final 2 bots. This will decide who goes down into the lower bracket to face Zoe. So, whoever loses will have a Zerg opponent in the next round. Whoever wins will be going up against Ketroc in the upper bracket next week. So let's go ahead and dive into this. Thank you all again for being here. It's been an awesome night of games. Let's see. Maybe we can get one ace match tonight. Maybe not. We'll see. Let's go. Nice worker split.
Ooh.
Team Eris's.
Eris.
Mind Maze.
-0. Let's look at those speedy probes go. Mining so efficiently.
Very true. Super quick.
Everybody's got that worker speed now, or that speed mining. Man, I really want to see a Nidus Worm.
Would be cool. But well.
Because we haven't really seen enough to know how well the bots can deal with it. In especially a map like this where there's a lot of space for it. And there's a lot of potential there for sure. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, we are on Blackburn for our last best of 3 of the night. Who do you think is going to take it? Any predictions?
My prediction probably is Eris, but I think if there was a map that -0 is going to win, it's probably going to be this one.
I've been hearing some good things about -0. It's one of the hardest bots to beat at the moment. So, yeah. Well, this is going to be. I'm hoping kind of for an epic late game match, kind of like we saw earlier, just the nonstop action, just nonstop trading. and fighting. That would be cool. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah, I think it'll be a progress game that, like, so far what we've seen with a lot of Eris matches is that someone gets an army together, starts to push on to creep, gets stalled somewhere, and then eventually Eris kind of mounts a defense. Because of the shape and style of this map, it's the one that you're most likely where your initial forward progress is enough to get to bases and start killing things. Whereas if it was a cross corner map or something, you can really get caught in the middle or caught on the edges.
Yeah.
Here you're going to be a lot closer to the heart of things when you do that. So,
well, to circle around, you got to go all the way north, right?
Yeah, exactly. And whereas I think this would be a straight across sort of deal. Twilight Council coming down. I think I like that already.
I think.
Yeah, I think. We'll see what he's going to do with that.
If it works, you liked it. If it doesn't, you didn't.
Yeah.
Right?
It's all about the tech. What is the tech going to be? Yeah, because there's a few ways you could go. If it's for Blink Stalkers, which I figure maybe it is, then who knows?
I don't know. Yeah, probably just because we see it could be Adept Shade or Resident Evil.
The Adept, yeah.
I feel like
I don't know.
Like
it doesn't look like he's committing. I feel like if it was going to be the Adept thing, you'd already have 6 Adepts.
I don't know. Maybe it's just kind of a general. Yeah, see, it is Adept Shade. I feel like we've seen Eris do or negativeZero do this before. Yeah, just get that nice beefy Adept because they're great at trading with Zerglings even in a normal engagement. You know, or even Roaches if you get enough.
Yeah, so
we'll see being a little cheeky. Oh, is he gonna get it?
Yeah, see if he starts to explode with them here.
Got one.
Yeah.
Got 2.
Some more.
There we go.
This is weird.
It's because you're going for that. He's only getting the ones that go to that really close mineral patch or that far mineral patch, I guess.
And the Lings. So again, this almost again feels exploitative Cody wise. I don't know why he's not.
There's no way that can be. That's such a standard just to have your. Weird. We see Reapers do this all day, every day. You know.
Yeah, but why isn't he killing it?
I don't know. That's got to be on Eris.
yeah. That's
the Adept's on the creep right there. Like,
yeah,
maybe just doesn't quite know how to deal with that Adept in the back of the main base. I guess. There we go. Oh, actually gets back in. Let's see what happens now. Now they actually commit.
There's a Nidus, by the way.
Oh my god! I was watching the Adept too closely. Oh my god, Endersword, it's happening! Holy crap! I did not think this.
This might explain actually why they didn't attack. They were like waiting.
They were going for the Nidus. Okay, we might just have a really wonky base trade. We'll see. Maybe the Adepts will come home and try to defend an Artosis pylon powering everything. I mean, it doesn't matter. He's just gonna tear through everything by the looks of it. All right, base trade it is. Man, that would be. Yeah, I was gonna say if he targets the Nidus, that'd be sick. You can't get any reinforcements back to the other side. Maybe he can hold this even.
This could end up being like full-on base trade situation here.
I think it is.
Yeah, but I think the Lings by far win this race.
Oh yeah, their DPS is so much faster than the Sandful Adepts. In a fight, the Adepts would win against the Lings, but yeah, in just tearing down the base, the Lings have got this. Wow, a Nidus Worm base trade scenario. Maybe negativeZero can sneak out a worker and get like a building somewhere else though. You know, maybe not. Are all the workers dead? 4. There's 4 left. 3, 2. Oh no! Endersword, no! They're all dead.
None.
They're all dead.
Unfortunate too, because he died with a lot of minerals. If he still had power, he could warp in more, but unfortunately, yeah. And these will.
Yeah, no, he needs a probe to make anything.
If only he could lift off the Nexus or something, then there's no way for the Zerg to win to kill something.
Adepts are so hilariously bad at killing buildings. Yeah. And this is perfect. Eris splitting perfectly, leaving just a small force at home to kill things. You know, this force doesn't really change anything. The Adepts never would have killed all that anyway, but it still is buying time should this have been a closer, have there only been a Spore Crawler or something left, or just the Nidus or something.
And
wow, GG. Eris will take game number 1 in craziest base trade we've seen in a long time here.
Yeah, definitely. That was just the full-on base trade. Neither one of them were going to be able to hold.
Yeah. And
both of them were right not to go back and make any attempt to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if either one of those bots goes back home, whoever goes back home probably loses.
Yeah.
So no, good call out of Eris to just pull the trigger and go
What
and
could have been
everything down.
nice if he recognized that was happening. Sneak one drone into the Nidus.
Oh, that would have been great. Yeah,
But he didn't have any money either. And anyway,
Right.
but he could have made a like extractor over there or something.
Yeah. Nice to have those. It's so hard though, especially for these bots. How often are they going to get into a weird base trade like that where now I got to save a drone to build an extractor. I got to sneak it around his army first. And, it's just such a hard scenario to account all the variables for.
Yeah.
At least at this point in time, I don't see it being too plausible. Like, yeah, you can get some rudimentary defenses. And, okay, if I'm losing all this stuff, okay, just send all the probes elsewhere or something,
Yeah.
Definitely some steps you can take, but it's just such a dice roll. You don't know how it's going to turn out.
Very weird one, and you got to make that call there.
Yeah.
Sure. Even sending some of the lings back while it's fine could go wrong. Like sending that small group and losing them could be enough that now they can come and defend it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then the adepts can then go back and finish the job. Exactly. There's so many variables that it could just turn out so differently.
Yeah.
Each time. Well, oh man, I hope we get another Nidustorm, and I'm really hoping we get an ace match between these two. This is going to be fun. Our last Protoss going again up against one of our remaining Zergs here. Now this will decide if we have a PVZ down in that lower bracket or a ZVZ.
Mm-hmm.
Have our first ZVZ in a long time. Could be fun. All right, game number 2 is ready. Let's go and see who will move on in the upper bracket. I want to pet that cat.
Team Eris's.
Eris.
Mind Maze.
-0. Ketroc brought up a good point here. Have we ever seen an actual base trade like that, where the one bot doesn't just try to go home and defend?
Yeah, I'm not.
I actually can't. I can't think of one now.
I know that we've seen it start
like
to happen.
Base tradee,
and then basically we always make the comment of like, why is it coming home?
But this was a legit base trade. Yeah, that was a full on base trade from both bots. So, it's a good call out there. I can't recall. All right, well, see what happens. Does the Nidus work as well on this map? Oh, and we have our pull up just now, a little bit late to the party, but gift your votes in who you want to win.
That's interesting.
What?
Well, I voted for Eris, and then the poll immediately said 100% -0, but it's now changed.
Oh, it's probably because I clicked -0. I think I must have clicked it at the exact same time. I just vote for Protoss all the time.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's our last Protoss, Ender Sword.
Yeah, that's true. It is true, but he's not out if he's just
that's
down
true.
in the lower.
Yeah, he's not out. Yeah, but it's closer to being out though.
Yeah, it is true. One step closer to outness.
And if -0 can go toe to toe with Eris, I could see -0 just winning this whole thing. Because we have so many Zergs left, we could very well just have a Zerg-filled finals. So if -0 can get into that and with beating Eris, I'm liking the odds of a Protoss win. But in the end, I really want a Terran win, so we'll see what happens. Don't let me down, Terrans. The two of you that are left. Don't fail humanity now.
Indeed. So we are getting another adept. It's being chronoed, and there is the Twilight again. So indicative of a similar thing.
Mm-hmm. Or is this more of a little timing attack?
Maybe
we'll get a few more adepts. No, I think he's just getting over there as quick as possible, which we saw last game. Yeah,
we're getting a lot of lings. A lot of lings yet again from Eris, which is really the kind of counter to this sort of thing. It was almost, the base trade aside, there were enough lings sitting there not attacking the adepts that he could have just attacked the adepts and won too.
Yeah.
Like there was enough lings to kill them all. It wasn't an issue of that.
Well, let's see if he can get into that sweet spot again. Looks like it. The lings just disengage for whatever reason and decide, oh, he's behind our mineral line. Must not be a threat anymore.
Forget it.
The queen cares. The queen is still there pushing this way. So,
yeah,
man, this is eerily similar to the last game.
It is, yeah, except that the queen is actually chasing. Yeah, so he's taking more hits.
Oh,
which,
yeah, he's got to get out of here.
Yeah, it's going to make a difference here.
Get out.
I can see the lings holding until speed is done, and maybe that's a trigger. Speed just finished, and he's coming. So
and there's the Nidus.
And there's the Nidus. But he was also a lot lower, a lot earlier because of the queen. So
no, wait, is negativeZero going to be at home for this attack then?
He could be. I think he might be, but I don't think he has enough. Like, I think he's going to be at home with like 4 to 6 adepts.
Well, he'll have resonating glaives, and if he can just start warping in adepts, this Nidus is still. Oh no, he's going to send him across the map. No.
Yeah, he walks him across. So there, the Nidus has finished. He's going to pile in.
Okay, it is only a couple of maybe. Okay, no, he's got that warp rhythm coming. He's totally going to be initiating the base trade once more. I think even getting +1, but that's that's kind of indicative of you're going to survive long enough for that. And I don't know if
still no, you will. Oh. Still no other end of the Nidus yet. He just keeps making the lings and spending his money.
Yeah, then he does have an overlord outside of each base essentially.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I expect it'll be in the main because that's where it was last time. Yeah, if the adepts here, so the attack happens before he loads in, but he's gonna just clean a lot of this up.
Ooh, he might get it. He's gonna shade a few into the main base, or actually, I'm sorry, into the natural there, and Zerglings are gonna be able to eventually kill this off. Where's that? Yeah, there's just been no more adept warpins. Okay, one's warping in. Okay, surely this is the go, and now Eris is gonna load up in the Nidus.
See if
maybe not.
He's just like, I don't need that thing.
Yeah, maybe something. Yeah, maybe something broken. For whatever reason, the exit Nidus is just not gonna get placed. Maybe it's being blocked by these buildings or something.
He keeps just spending the money. Like I think that's it. It was almost like he was waiting to save up money for it, and he keeps just spending it.
Are those Zerglings even attacking that stalker? No,
they're just observing.
Or one at a time is.
Yeah. All right, there. Better now.
What a hold. All right, well, this wall is slowly getting breached here. Adept's still putting a little bit of pressure on this side of the map. Yeah, the Nidus is just not going to come into play by the looks of it, which that is negativeZero's saving grace, because imagine, a bunch of lings in his base, he's dead.
Yeah, this is really weird now. There's a Colossus coming.
And Blink. Oh, a Colossus is going to absolutely change the name of this game. Nothing but Zerglings out for Eris.
Eris needs to do something to end it, because this is not a macro play. This is on 23 workers. Well, this is not meant to like transition to anything.
Well, I think that's the point of the Nidus. It's not supposed to transition because you're supposed to win, but there was no Nidus Ender Sword.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I think it just doesn't fit by the buildings or something. I think the buildings are blocking it. But no, like surely in the natural, there was an overlord there, like right there. I guess that's not close enough. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening. He's on a clock. This Colossus coming out is basically going to end. He also, he should be aware of that third too, because there's an overlord there.
We're going to get my ace match, Ender Sword.
Yeah, I think you might.
Oh, hot damn. Yeah, just no Nidus. Interesting. Yeah, he's got overlords with vision all in the main where there's not buildings too, actually. So, I'll be damned. All right, well, once the Colossus gets over here, it should be some nice roasty Zerglings. Thermal Lance is on the way. Is that Colossus even coming over, or is it just Adepts?
It's probably in the...
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there we go.
And yeah, those Zerglings, I don't think are going to want to engage it. No, they're going for Adepts. No support for the Colossus, though, so it actually could get surrounded here.
Yeah. We'll get jumped on, but there's not enough. You still need a pretty big group to take them out.
Hey, got the shields down, get another little squad there. Okay, a couple more lings. Yeah, no. Any adept support, like 1 or 2 adepts, is all he needs at this point for the Colossus to keep it alive and in back here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get our ace match by the looks of it here. A vast supply lead. 4th base now on the way for negativeZero, and just only Zerglings against Colossus Adept. Yeah, it's just not going to work. I guess he's got queens too, but it's a little too late for that. Once Thermal Lance vanishes as well, the queens will not be able to touch that Colossus. So, we are going to that rover match, baby.
Indeed, yeah. Very, very weird. It's almost like doing better led him to fail, basically.
Yeah, kind of.
But I think it might be this. It might be the speculation that the buildings are literally blocking where it was supposed to go.
Yeah, I think that might
do anything. Yeah,
best I got at the moment. Well, it gives negativeZero a fighting chance, and really shows how much that Eris banked on the Nidus Swarm there. So we'll see. Maybe we'll get a different game 3, no Nidus at all, and just a long, strong macro game out of Eris, like we've seen before.
Yeah.
negativeZero with some awesome moves here. I do think he got a little lucky. If that Nidus had gone up, I think this would have been a 2-0 for Eris.
Yeah, definitely. I think no question about it. Even just down to how he attacked. He pushed back, and there was the weird way that it treated the stalker in front. That it wasn't really attacking it properly. Mm-hmm. Like if that had gone down, then he just floods in, and it's over there too.
Oh yeah.
So he could have done it in a number of ways. It just kind of, or even the other option is just contain him on the 2 base. And expand yourself, because he knew about the 3rd but never attacked it. It was totally defenseless the whole time. So there's a few things that went wrong there, but it's rare to see actually Eris with that type of thing, which is one of Eris's key things, is that he's always still going, that she's teching up, that she's adding a whole bunch of new stuff, but this just sticking with the lings the entire game. At the very end, there was a transition into Hydra, but there was no new expansion or anything like that. It was very clearly just this ling play.
Yeah. Oh, this is so tomorrow in I guess we should start with PostBots. We will be joined by Soupcatcher hanging out in the chat here, one of our bot authors. So if you're in the Crown Club, again, you can come watch live in the Discord. We'll be chatting with Soupcatcher and talking about tonight's games and next week's games and all that fun stuff. But apparently he didn't prepare for a ZVZ at all. Yeah. So if Eris gets knocked down, it could be an interesting ZVZ Zoe versus Eris, but we'll see what happens. This could go either way. This is such a razor's edge, these 2 builds that these bots are doing. So,
yeah, exactly. And yes, they can respond to the past series, so they do know whether or not they've lost previous games. Turns out that negativeZero doesn't do that, which is explained why
some do, some don't.
Why he did the same thing 2 in a row despite losing the first one, but that turned out to be fine. But yeah, some do it. Some visibly do it. Like MicroMachine will actually state what its past record was.
Yeah.
And some of them will do that as well.
Yep. Well, let's get into it. Our last game of the night, the so elusive ace match, our only one of the evening here. This will decide who moves on in the upper bracket to face Ketroc and who will move on into the lower bracket to face Zoe. So let's go ahead and dive into it right now. Our last best of 3 game of the night here on ProBots.
Team Eris's.
Eris.
Mind Me's.
negativeZero. Ooh, this is the speed zone map.
Is indeed.
Get weird. This could get weird. All right, so yeah, we did just get from Mind Me in the chat there. negativeZero does not use the information, so We'll just kind of be doing his thing. negativeZero is just gonna be content doing Protoss things, whereas Eris could switch things up here. Do you think we're gonna see a totally different build, or are we just gonna get Nidus one more time?
Eris could change. I think we'll get the same from negativeZero. I would kind of prefer Eris at this point going to a macro build, because it would be a shame if Eris's first series loss was clearly on something that she just added like this week.
Yeah.
On a whim, and then
that is a risk you take doing up big updates like this, though.
Yeah.
In the last stages.
Yeah, especially when it's not like an adjustment to your core game. It's just a addition of a thing that clearly
we've seen it break more experienced bots and bots that have been around longer before. So
for sure.
See what happens here. But hey, no, Eris looking super, super strong this season. Definitely. Any of these bots at this point are a contender to take it, this whole thing. So it's going to be really hard to call and predict. But we've got Jagannatha as our last map here, and Eris just getting 2 bases, doing her thing. And I'm kind of hoping we see the Nidus again. I'd like to see it go Nidus, but then into a later game after that. I love watching a Nidus do a lot of damage but not work fully, because it's just such chaos and so much scrapping, and then you both have to kind of recover, because sometimes it's a big investment sometimes, especially the way Eris did it. That was pretty much an all-in, or it was an all-in.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I mean that absolutely was. It was just all-ing, no gas, like the
all-ing all day.
Basically these 23 workers, I think that's where it was stopping.
Yeah.
And it was just going into the just lings. It may have even been less. I think it was 21 workers and then halt.
Okay.
But yeah, obviously that's not going to be the case this game.
Later game.
Yeah, but it is going to be the same thing for negativeZero, who does have the Twilight Council finished, and the Robo. I do like that this is to transition into Colossus. That'll be interesting.
Will negativeZero be able to survive the roaches, though? The Roach Warren is being produced right now.
It depends. Roaches aren't as good at the speedy cleanup. They're better at dealing with stuff like adepts defensively. Mm-hmm. But the thing with really good, especially AI controlled adepts, is that you're just going to get them accumulating, and you're never really going to fully clean them well. And roaches are not a great chase everything down quickly and clean it up. Those speedlings were way better at that. So I don't know if you have the adepts kind of stall everything out until Colossus and stuff come later, then maybe it's still a threat.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, the adept doing some decent work here. It's got a few kills, nothing like game number 1 for sure. Definitely got dealt with a lot more easily. But adepts coming across, roaches in production. So yeah, the roaches, like you said, great defense against the adepts. They're going to be able to take a lot of hits and just keep the adepts busy. But yeah, as far as chasing them down, if you get those adepts shading in between bases, it gets really
harder to do that. But just a way bigger economy for Eris, and going to a 3rd here now is good. So Eris is just going to get a lot bigger, and we're going to kind of assume that negativeZero's economy is pretty similar to what we're going to have in the last 2 games.
Ooh, but negativeZero a little ahead of schedule. That's good.
That was definitely not a good completion.
Ahead of schedule to die.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of blinked into a surround there, or shaded into a surround. And some of these are going to die here as well.
Yeah, this isn't working out super hot. The adepts do come in and create a little stir, but nothing really damaging here. Yeah, the roaches just poop on that pretty easily. Mortals now coming out, actually. So negativeZero not going for the Colossus this time, which I think this is the good call.
Yeah, seeing the roaches. If it's responding, seeing the roaches, this makes sense, obviously. The thing I worry about with especially AI control of adepts and immortals is I think the adepts just hang the immortals out to dry. that they just encounter
see
any
that
form
happening.
of resistance and be like, yeah, I'm going to shade over there, bud.
Yeah, right.
And
They
they're
just all of a sudden the Immortal's like, haha, I'm surrounded with all my adept wall, and then it just disappears, and there's like 80 roaches in front of you. Oh shit. Well, all right. Well, at the moment, negativeZero is just gonna keep Eris on this side of the map. Well, actually, as I say that, this roach force is getting closer to negativeZero's base. He's trying to get up there.
Yeah, this was the key. This is kind of what I meant of like the adepts could be really annoying, and if they pin you in your base, then they're super, super annoying. But because he's able to split some up and control them independently, it's not as big a problem. But this still is a bit of a problem. Like they're just kind of all over the place. And this is what I meant by it's just tough to clean this. You don't kill them quick enough to where he can't replace them.
Yeah, well, he's gonna get a couple kills here. Where'd that Immortal go? I think the Immortal's like on the edge of creep now or something. He was chasing down and shooting some roaches that actually burrowed.
He was walking over burrowed roaches.
There he is.
I think this is now messing them all up.
So yeah, now that this Immortal's here in the fast zone, this is gonna start to get dicey. It is a lot of roaches and stuff out, so a lot of queens even. So the Immortal needs to play it kind of safe here. You know, if it gets caught off alone, it could easily get gunned down. But there is enough support just everywhere that it's really pulling Eris apart.
Yeah, I mean, Eris has lost a lot of workers in this. It's getting to a crisis point here.
This Immortal's going to be king here in just a moment.
This was a good little cleanup. That was a big number of them. Yeah, really has to push the Immortal back to stop this from happening. A second one is coming, though. He's now got 2 Immortals here at the top of the ramp. Good trigger on one of the barriers is helpful. The burrowing of the roaches, there's so many of them, that's kind of helpful, but this constant like backfield harassment, he's been able to replace all the workers like in one big round, which is nice, and he's now getting the tunneling claws, so you will be able to move the roaches burrowed. That's going to be huge.
Oh, does he have? I think an observer just showed up though.
Yeah,
I thought I saw some burrowed Immortal or some burrowed roaches getting hit. Maybe I imagined it. Maybe they just popped up real quick. Oh, as it is though, even the burrowed ones are regenerating as fast as they can, but it's just not enough.
It is like the whole army supply is still in Eris's favor here. The worker count's relatively even. He can still do something here. He just needs to group up and get rid of them. And the adepts are stopping him from being able to do that. Nice Ravager hit on an adept there. And
the army supply is actually greatly in Eris's favor right now. I don't know how...
It doesn't even feel like that, but it is,
Well, it's starting to feel like it. Once this Immortal goes down, it really will.
Bam. It's over now. The Warp Prism died. Warp Prism dying ended this. That was the key. Like, having the Adepts just kind of go in and do their own thing with that Prism. He's got to get another one up. The Immortal here will fall in a second. There it goes.
Wow. Yeah, that Warp Prism really is the linchpin of
the huge
ability to continue, and keep the attack continues. The worker's still having a hard time.
It's still annoying, and it's still annoying. negativeZero is getting another base. Has the worker lead, can still tech his way out of this. So Eris isn't done with the game. I just think now the attack is a bit over.
Oh yeah, that initial attack's done. Yeah, supply is still pretty even. negativeZero actually got up in workers there. So +3 attack on the way as well. No upgrades. If negativeZero can get a decent Immortal count with +3 attack against no upgrades, I don't care what Zerg unit on the ground it is. It's going to die. Hydras, roaches,
we are now turning that Hydra corner, though, into if a few Hydras are out, it just shreds. Like we're getting out of that speed problem, because the thing that makes the roaches suck is that they kill things slow. They hit slow. They don't do a lot of damage. They're a bad cleanup unit. Hydras are a great cleanup unit.
Yeah, they do way more DPS for sure. The key for negativeZero, I think, at this moment will be keeping these Immortals alive. So it needs to be very careful with that Immortal count. This one. Living dangerously, but getting some really work done, man.
They've definitely been efficient enough here. Okay, that one will finally go down. The Ravagers are pretty good. negativeZero has shown some awareness of the Ravager biles, but not great. Definitely things have been hit by the biles.
I think these adepts have been the
Prism.
biggest thing to keep negativeZero in it. He's just denying so much mining time and just causing so much chaos in these mineral lines.
And I'm sure they've killed well over 30 workers at this point, probably 40.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. Look here. Oh, Immortal needs to be careful. Maybe get off creep and group up with some other Immortals here. 80 workers. 80. My God.
Okay.
80 workers have gone down. Holy heck, that is a lot of economic damage. So yeah, that's, again, even with that, Eris is still slightly ahead in supply. Actually, it's just now.
It's becoming a lot more even.
Dead even now.
Yeah, a lot more even here. The Hydras have to really factor into this a lot more now and start just taking out Immortals. Here, we're starting to get a bit of a counterattack. Okay, there. Good fungal.
Good fungals. Yeah, but against Immortals, it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. And yeah, the
War Prism's back, which is huge to this.
Guess who's back?
Yeah, so fungals are going to be huge
Prism.
now.
That'd be a good meme. Just the Shining Jack Nicholson going through the door, but instead it's a Warp Prism. Here's Warp Prism. Yeah, and there's the reinforcements warping in now. Good fungal does hit a lot of stuff, but again, the Immortals just don't really care that much about the fungal. They're going to stand and fight regardless, and this base might go down, and that would be a huge step towards negativeZero really taking a big lead here, because at the moment, still very, very even.
It is falling, but it is like the 5th base. It's not the end of the world, but it's getting...
a start.
It's getting towards the end of the world.
Well, it's a good base, too, because it's kind of in the reinforcement path. So anything coming from that upper left base could very easily just get gunned down by these Immortals camping out here. So, everything's moving around. It's hard to say where they're going to sit. But oh, okay. negativeZero does have the advantage all around now. And I think that +3 attack against no upgrades is
gigantic
huge
at this point.
At this point, it's so huge. Oh, War Prism needs to be careful.
Yeah, armor as well. It's just huge. This Warp Prism needs to die in the
oh no, it had 2 Immortals in it too.
But it's now a big army supply advantage for negativeZero. The Adepts are no longer playing hide and go seek. They're the core of the army. Like there's now
they've retained enough of their numbers that they
there's
can
now
just
20
fight
Adepts out. They could just fight.
They can just fight anything anywhere at this point. Oh my goodness. I didn't think it was going to do it at first. I really thought, especially as like more tech came out, fungals and vipers and all that, that Eris might have been able to take the win with that creep spread absolutely everywhere as well. But negativeZero with some awesome micro, really good retention of his units. Lost an Immortal and stuff here, there, lost some Adepts there. But all in all, has kept enough alive to just have this snowball of Adepts that turns into an avalanche of Adepts. And
that's really the key here. The other thing is the Lings kind of just got shut off at some point. I think Eris needed to keep a healthy supply of Lings to run things down. But yeah, it just ended up super overwhelmed here.
Big shout out to our observer as well. Yeah, there are flashing icons everywhere. So give Laddie some props in the chat there. Wow, what a game!
Yeah. So negativeZero taking out last season's champ here.
Last season's really author champ. Yeah. Well, no, last season was
it was
3 seasons ago.
Yeah,
was Spiny. Which was one of the authors.
Indeed. So the cleanup and just works here. The persistence, the constant killing of drones that just force the replacement. Just really, really well done.
I think this is
almost turned the tide with the killing of the Warp Prism. That definitely put a stop to it for a little bit.
Yeah, it slowed things down a lot.
Yeah, wasn't able to get a counter push going. And I think actually kind of a failed attempt at a counter push put a lot of roaches out randomly on the map when they needed to kind of group back together and be a strong front. But yeah, that was impressive. Just all that independent control.
Pretty scrappy, with all that, all those units controlling individually, little fights everywhere, and it really gets scrappy. And in those little fights, that's where you really see the power of those Immortals with those upgrades.
Yeah,
you got to be able to pounce on those Immortals and gun them down quick, because they'll fight all day against little numbers. So, Wow, what a series. I'm so glad we got that ace match to finish things off. And that means negativeZero will move on in the upper bracket to face Ketroc. So next week we will have a PVT. And then in our lower, can we actually see the brackets? Let's go ahead and pull these up right now. Get them up. And then next week in the lower bracket. So I am assuming next week we're going to start with the lower bracket, right? The lower bracket finals. It seems right.
Probably. Yeah.
So it'll be, I am getting confirmation. So it will be Zoe versus DominionDog. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Zoe versus Eris in that first match. Is this the right one? No, wait.
Yeah, it's not updated, but.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was like, wait.
Yeah.
No.
But yes.
We're working on it.
But that's what it'll be.
And then down in that lower one. So this will decide our final 2 eliminations next week of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So we will only have 3. I'm sorry, we'll have 3 eliminations next week. We're going to do Zoe versus Eris.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do Dovahkiin versus DominionDog. And then the winners of those will go up against each other, and we'll have that one last elimination.
Yes.
So only one bot will get out of that lower bracket. Yeah.
One survivor. That's it.
There can only be one.
That's it.
What a series! What a game! What a night!
That was really
Awesome
good.
stuff.
Yeah, that was quite. I'm glad we
That was
ended up
great.
doing things in this order because that ended up being the most climactic way.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, this worked out quite well. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for day 6. We have just one more week of games. Next week, same time, same place here on ESChamp. Make sure you tune in, hit the little bell icon, whatever you got to do to be here. Tomorrow night, we will be joined by Soup Catcher in Postbot. So if you are in the Crown Club and in the Discord, come by and watch live. If not, you can check out the bot on Saturday. Excuse me. Entertain our guest for a second.
Yes, definitely do that. So yeah, Postbots tomorrow with them, and definitely check that out. If you're around while we are doing it, you can hop in the Discord and just listen live. If not, wait for the VOD as a Crown Club member.
How do you join the Crown Club, Endersword?
You send a proof of purchase in the mail to
collect all the stamps and put them in a box.
Exactly.
All your cereal box.
That's how you do it. And then you have to show a picture of yourself eating the cereal that you cut it out from.
The ESChamp. Oh, that's what we need to make, an ESChamp honey breakfast cereal.
I think so.
Why not? We're going to work on that. Foam Fingers, breakfast cereal. We're going to just start a whole line of fun stuff here at ESChamp.
Would be good.
But the other way you can join the Crown Club is just check out our Patreon. It goes a long way to help support ProBots and all the stuff we do.
That's it.
A lot of cool content.
If you don't support the snail mail, then I don't know.
Yeah. What's the point anyway? It's amazed me that we haven't all just gone digital completely. Well, junk mail wouldn't have.
Sometimes you need to actually send someone a thing.
Yeah, that's true. I guess every now and then.
How it works.
What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Yeah, our finals coming up. Yeah, what a great night of games. Good stuff. What were we just talking about? There was one other thing. Oh, yeah, our Crown Club. Join it. Come watch Postbots Live. You get access to artwork and all the cool stuff, and it supports all the other content we do here. Direct Summit has been producing a lot of really nice videos, some instructional videos, some interviews. Go check out ESChamp's video page. We've got a new one up just recently with Holly Hit, right? The German caster streamer.
Yeah.
Really cool. Holy Hit. Yeah.
Talking about how to make a concave.
How to take good engagements. Yeah. How to make a concave. Just some simple things that, maybe new players aren't super good at or aware of. So yeah, go check out our video page. A lot of cool videos, informative stuff there. I think that's it. I think we're done, Endersword.
I think we are.
Did I get it all? I think I got it
Probably.
all. Hopefully. Thank you again to all of our bot authors for such amazing games this season. I've been thoroughly entertained all the way from the beginning. So I'm really excited for next week's games and our grand finals, where we're going to have our bots versus humans show match. So again, make sure you bookmark everything and check out our forum to stay up to date with all that. Until then, we will see you all next week here on YouTube, here on ESChamp, for our final week of games. Endersword will be here. I will be here. Hopefully, you will all be here as well to join us. And that's all I got. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Oh, wait, do one more Crown Club member shout out.
Yes,
you guys are the best.
Do it on the way out.
Do it on the way out. You guys are the best. We love you. Have a good night.
Hey there, champ. Looks like you're looking for a way to support us in improving the esports scene while getting a little something in return. Well, guess what? By joining our Crown Club membership, you get access to our members-only content, VIP experiences, and an exclusive Discord to connect with the community and the hosts. So, hit the join button, get more info, and thanks to our members' support, we can keep making shows for people and not algorithms. A thanks to everybody who joins. ESChamp wouldn't exist without you.